Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. All right. So yesterday I was planning to stream, and then my roommate was around most of the day, and I didn't want to be a complete nuisance to him, so I just didn't stream. I will admit though that I did play some comp games and do some radars. This is my fourth Pookie radar already. I have not gotten lucky, but we got this one already past 100 encounters that I'll do. Try and get most of it done, if not completely done on stream today. As for comp, my placements, I really wanted to refine the stamina drain team I was running a little bit. Because I tried that out at the very end of my last stream. Like, I feel like y'all don't want to see stall, which is completely understandable. So I played a lot of it off stream just to kind of get a feel for it. I probably look at making some more modifications in the future, but we're gonna play some other fun stuff on stream today and in the coming streams. So look forward to that. I think today is going to be mainly a Deceit Aura team, but I might switch it up later. Patrick, hello, welcome. Shoot. I meant to fix the follower notification and then I forgot. So I apologize if anyone follows today and then it doesn't pop up. I'll work on that. Streamlabs did not like me changing my name. Trying to get a male 50 HP or stamina Ori, but only getting females. Yeah, Ori has a 75% female rate, so it can be kind of tough. Here's the code for the Orphill version of the team I was using, if anyone wants it. I just wanted to take note of it before I delete it. Orphill aggro. I don't know how great it would be after the changes, like 2-wire got changed, Chromion got changed. Probably some other stuff too. I guess not really all that much other stuff. Alright, just putting it on it. I have a list of all the codes I go through and make, just so I can navigate easier. Lots of females. Yeah, like I said, it's just gonna be really rough to get all that when it has such a high female ratio. Because you're always gonna have 3-to-1 female to male. I think there's the item like the Tem spotter, which lets you know if a Tem has a 49 or 50 in a stat. You could just try getting one of those and only catching the male ones if you really need an HP stam. You are using those? Okay. And if you're getting them for breeding, I would maybe just look at using Mimets, honestly. Because if trying to get a breed with one of those skewed ones is awful. You don't have Mimets. They're pretty reasonable to buy on the auction house on it, so you could consider doing that. It's like 3,000 each, but the end payout for a breed project is so much more than that. It's completely worth it. Saves you so much time and effort. You don't have to pay for incubator or like you would have to buy a bunch of Y incubator tickets for that breed. Really wouldn't recommend it. Getting the egg moves on Zalbian's hard enough. You don't need any difficulty past that. And you do have to get all the egg moves, just a reminder. I know some people skip ones that they don't think are used, but you need all egg moves if you want to sell. How broken is the game right now? There's a few issues with the lair, and the new mythical's got a large number of bugs associated with it, but in general, everything's working pretty good. I think. I'm trying to think of other big issues. So it's like always. Yeah. What else? I was gonna try Acronox. I wanted a couple, like at least one Rotten Goo user on the team, and Acronox got some changes, so it's kind of cool. Sting is now a special moves. You saw some stuff with trace that triggered on death. Any self damage. Oh, that's right. So sacrifice, knockback, penance, all that stuff is really broken. I think the traits triggering on death thing is all related to the new mythical though, because it basically it has a self revive. If you don't know, it's kind of weird and goofy. I need to check that. Yeah. Maybe Amphitheater is good because it has such high base speed, and when you can't use priority, maybe a Meteor Swarm user would be good here. You wouldn't have Quetzal, but getting Meteor Swarm at kind of like a faster. Maybe a Digi Threat too. Like Prio Digi Threat. Ooh, that sounds dangerous. Oh yeah, that's Shmeen's Horn is also broken. It doesn't do. It actually doesn't change the move to water. So, I mean, yeah, I guess there's a number of bugs. I always expect a few, and it's always kind of disappointing. I'm sure they'll get as many of them knocked out in a patch like in a week or two as they can. Try Regnant. Electro Punch is good. No. Yep, you want all four, Patrick. For sure. If you don't, if you're missing any one of them, even you're gonna have a hard time selling it, and you'd have to sell it at a discounted price, because people will always buy the ones that have all four. It's gonna add a Digithreat user. I mean, Mom, you need like a faster Digithreat though, like Arachnite maybe. I mean, or no, Arachnite's super slow. The fastest Digithreat user's got to just be Obi. But do you really want Obi on the team? Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. You at work or just doing another radar or something? Wrenching massage is kind of interesting too. Getting ready to go to work out. Thank you for stopping by. Scunch, there it is. Wrenching massage. Do you ever now want all mythicals, Naga, Yowler, and 2i Evos? Toxics are still super popular. Stuff like Oshiar is still crazy. And Volphy, like basically all the stuff that was good last patch still is, as far as I'm aware. It's just that we're seeing some new stuff. Like lots of people are experimenting with the Amphitheater buffs. Scared you because you had a tab with my page up and suddenly you heard an ad in your computer. That's hilarious. Oh wow. Oh, that is funny. Oh, you could get some Prio Narco hit stuff going too. Actually kind of an interesting idea. We'll try the Phytologist buff a bit more. I experimented with it just a little bit. Lucas, hello, welcome. Maybe I want Hypnosis over Toxic Ink. I feel like being able to apply two statuses at once is really valuable right now. No Spider ran out in the first melee you caught us 50 speed and defense. That's really cool. Unfortunately, it's not the one you need. A bit of a fire weakness, kind of covered though. Melee's not bad. You need HP stamp, yeah, yep. Earth, I mean, so far this team's not bad. It doesn't look bad on paper, I should say. Maybe I throw an Obi on here. We'll just see how it goes. Desert Prison, Bush, and we'll throw Digi Threat. But I only have one mental, and it's gonna get banned, so that's just not gonna work. Like, I'm still expecting the guys to get banned more often than not. Just because people don't like dealing with it. Just kind of understandable. Like being able, or having slow plagues from Volphy and stuff like that is detrimental. I mean, I could throw a Ventil and give that another try. Prio Denigrate potentially. I don't know. Still feel like it's really rough. Even Scizert. Like it's kind of interesting. Like Ventil's bigger problem is that it doesn't have any good priority. But under Deceit it would, and it would be really good priority too. We'll give it a try. I mean, we're just in the experimental phase, just trying out a lot of the new fancy stuff. Psy Surge, Nagai's Fury, and Beta Burst. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the moveset on like every Nagais ever. You don't want Emanip because it works against you. Could technically see some H-slaps, but I don't. Is there anything you can do with H-slap in the low prio moves? I can't think of anything real great. H-slap and Anatan. Well, the problem is with Deceit right now, you're still not like Anatan still isn't fast. Only thing it would be faster with is Meteor Swarm. And even then, like you can make Anatan is just still so flippin' slow. Fast Petrify is interesting. Rotten Goo, Soil Steam. I don't think I'm gonna have good Venom Spread options. Toxin Shower, I guess. I was just like, I don't want a Toxin Shower when I'm next to Nagais, but I'm probably clicking Rotten Goo or Soil Steam anyways. Petrify is worth looking into. I might even run like a Stall Acronox at some point. I wish the thing has Paralyzing Poison still, though. Then I would definitely run a stall version. We want Burrow. We probably drop Sharply for Glass Blade for other general use. And Hostile. The other one I tried was Disgrace, just for fun. But Hostile's just better in like every way. I probably want some speed to get value out of Sparkling Bullet. Some speed. I'm gonna use out of Hypnosis. Maybe even Ultrasound. I've been liking Ultrasound. I think Electromagnetism's pretty solid too as a speed control option. Being able to trap your opponent and drop their speed by 2 is. It's actually really nice. It's only on 1 hold for reasonable stamina. It's kind of similar to Kesugatame, but it's only on 1 hold and it's not prio. It's on just as few Tems though, I swear. I don't have enough physical attackers to justify P-Jab. It's almost split 50-50. I've already got Scunch for that anyways. Look to the Mythical, can you lose your signature move on opponents? That's something I'm not real sure about. Because on I gotta add like Paizo. Sif. So it looks like it should remove any, or like lower any Doom counter by 2. But I don't know, somebody on day 1 said they tested it, and it did lower the Doom count by 2, and it was really interesting. But then it was retested after one of the many patches that have happened, and that no longer works. No matter who you use it on, it lowers Gallios's Doom counter. So that seems to be how it goes. Priority Stampede. Rampage. Nah. You get cringe. It is pretty disappointing. I kind of hope it's something they change. But this, like, I was imagining that you can, if the thing got Psychosis, which I think it should, Doomtem not being able to Doom is sad. It can Psychosis into the signature move and kill a Tom effectively. Thought that would be fun. Probably unbalanced though, so. And by probably, it's definitely not okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. And I've already got the moves on these two. Not sure about items on a lot of things though. I was thinking I'd give New Slingshot a try just to see the damage on Sharply for it's like why not? I must not have Paizo on my Ragnet. What does Slingshot do now? That it's pretty bad. It should be at least 50% more damage. Probably, I think it could go upwards of 80%. Because it's still like you're using a gear and slotting a bad move, so. Okay, maybe like War Drum on Scunch. It's always a good item on it. Adrenaline Shot on Raiken for the rush. Bait on Shim's always solid. Res Badge just for damage on Vental. Acronox. Acronox. Acronox used to run old Slingshot more often. Nowadays, I think just double screen on it's pretty good. So, I guess Marbles is also solid. I'm actually debating on putting Marbles on my Nagais instead. We'll just go double screen Marbles. Marbles is still broken. As in crazy good. I like Camo is good on Ragnet. It gets so much value. Because you can be immune to burn, toxic, sleep, doom, exhaust, everything. Doesn't have any natural immunities. Can't take too much advantage of Electric Custodian here. But if it was paired with Nagais, it would be better. So it's kind of interesting. I'm not sure which would be better. Maybe I'll try Kinetic Transfer so I can invest like almost 0 stamina. Which, it's so much speed to hit 221. It's sad. I would have like no attack, but I think that's fine. Ragnar's meant to be more of a support. Nice. Yeah, one little boost in both defenses. Nagais, I think every Nagais is going to want to hit at least 273 speed now. That lets you outspeed max speed Nesla, which is probably the most relevant matchup you can outspeed. Like optimally, you'd want to outspeed like even up to Amphitheater, but you can't do that. It's not possible. You could put more speed to. Actually, I think Inky and Nagais have the same exact speed. I think it's a little bit faster than Hazrat you could go for to avoid Wastewaters. That's reasonable. I'm just gonna hit 273 for now. Save a little bit. Stamina calc, like Nagaisa's stamina still isn't great. To get off three-turn rotation of Beta Burst, Nagai's Fury, and either Surge or Hypnosis. You'd calc for Hypnosis. You need like, yeah, 81 invest, which hurts. I gotta recalc to see it. I will want my guys to live a CPG from a two-vine. I think it's kind of reasonable. This two-vine doesn't have anything crazy like hostile that Chimerian has. I need 96 invest. That sounds like one off. That's funny. Yeah, I could put some in defense, sure. Sure, so my break point would actually be earlier and I could save on HP, but I'm just going to go with that since it works out. Equinox is nice because it has low stam moves. Still want to hit 65 though for triple soil steam option. Speed. Equinox is decently speedy. I think it's reasonable to hit 232. You'll outspeed most tokens, so you can at least hit them back with a sting before you go down. And speed for Toxin Shower is always nice. I'm not sure really which is more valuable. I know Equinox has good base bulk, so it can live most super effective hits. You'd probably, if you were doing this for real, you'd want to calc to live a tornado from like Tolkien or Whiplump after the double screen. I don't want to sit here calcing everything for hours though on stream. Y'all would probably hate me. Don't have to put the extra one in attack anymore. Chimerian. See, normally you would kind of ignore speed on Chimerian unless you're going all in to outspeed like a max speed Goldsy or something. Or even max speed, or even like outspeed Nagaisis now. So there's arguments for speed, and you can use Frond Whip now to take more use of this speed when you're paired with Nagais. And Burrow also. But I think I'm just going to go a little bit to speed creep some others and call it good. With Bait, 61 stamina, you're actually able to use CPG and Frond Whip, even if you get exhausted, which cancels out the Invigorized, or if they don't proc it, so. Sting special now, you don't know why, but it's nice. Yep, for sure. It's just a nice little touch. I don't know the exact HP value, so I'm just throwing all 500 in. I know that Chimerian with max HP can live a Fiery Soul from Pyro Tolkien as long as the bait pushes off the burn. So just hope your opposing Tolkiens aren't Mom's Lunch. Did that spread already. Riken's interesting because it has Prideful. So it gets a speed boost if it gets a kill. Okay, if I can click on the trait. So you don't need to invest insane amounts on it. 156 reaches 232 after Prideful proc. Plus it also outspeeds the Nesla breakpoint, not that a Nesla's ever clicking an electric move on Riken. You'd put Riken at 221. Maybe. I'm gonna try it like this though. And then we want 73 stamina. Oh, that's so bad. Just so that we can do Quetzal into Meteor into Quetzal. I know I have Quetzal synergy, but the thing is, like, I guess I have 2 synergies for it, so it's like, yeah. I'll do 221 then. I'm gonna put max in HP though, rather than attack. And yes, I could optimize this more by splitting the HP into its defenses, specifically special defense here. But like I said, I'm not looking to sit here spreading all day. Gunch. Normally I would have it outspeed and P-jab for Riken, even though that's a huge invest, but I'm not planning on doing that right now. I'll just what's my Chimerian at? Didn't I hit that 206? Yeah. We'll go 207. Sconch actually has pretty solid base stam, so well, it's got expensive moves. So for a 3-turn rotation of Wrenching, Savage, Ninja, you need 78 stam. It's also got really good base bulk, so I'm actually going to max attack and then fill HP here. It's still going to be really high on both. It's perfectly good there. I'd like to invest a ton of stam or a ton of speed on Nid, but that's just not going to be reasonable. Because even at max, it speed ties max speed Nessa. Can a matter teleport from a 0 from my special Auhi maybe. A lot of speed. Oh, that's right. I did not put any. I thought I had Hypno on it. I saw the one hold mental move for 20 stamina, and I'm like, that's Hypno. No, I put Narco because it's kind of fun with Prio and Naga. Nid can get away with 61 stam real easy when it doesn't have Bark Shield. We'll just go like the 186 breakpoint, call it good. Since it can do toxic ticks and be more of a support, will max the HP. Once again, splitting defenses would be, or putting some in special defense would be better, but that's okay. Nice value with the defense TV. I could go not Arcane Wrap here, go Spiritual instead, but I think this is going to be a bit of a tankier utility team. So I'm going to go with Arcane Wrap. What's the item for Nidrasil? I'm trying out new Slingshot, just for more value with Sharp Leaf. I don't think it'll be that great, but we're trying it out. Not using new Undermine Vental. Fine. We'll use Undermine. I shouldn't be using a meta move like Denigrate anyways. Fine. We'll just have this very expensive moveset. I don't even know what speed you would want to hit on Vental. It gets countered by everything. It can't outspeed Golzy, it can't outspeed Inky, it can't outspeed most other mentals. Like, you could go 263 to outspeed max speed Sambi, but no, who's running max speed Sambi? It's just, plus it's bulkier, so I'll just hit the 206 again. I'll have like my entire team there. Why am I using it? Because it's the time in the patch where we get to have the most fun, because nobody knows what they're doing and everyone's trying new stuff. Yeah, good enough. You had your teal on all 206 for turbo, then you went with me with max speed Brock and Grumper. I still think Grumper and Brock are going to be really solid this patch on most any mid-range team, even if they're not like full speed. I think moderate speed invest with both of them is just going to be good. But we'll see how the meta develops. If Amphitheater really does become popular, Grumper's going to be hurting a lot more. But Brock's would still be fine. But Brock doesn't like the toxics nearly as much, so it's kind of a trade-off. Got your first Umbra. You can't use them to showdown. Yeah, you just need to add the TVs. Which Umbra is it? Perfect patch when you play PvE battle. 9200 gold. Oh, did they boot? Oh, I didn't know the gold increase was for the PvE battles as well. That's interesting. It's kind of nice though. I wasn't even playing the PvE battles because it just wasn't worth it, but maybe it is now. That's a pretty good boost. Getting less for PvP though sucks. Lucas, good luck. Alright. Ah, you get less from non-showdown team. No, you get less for using the showdown team. You get more if you use a pro team. Ah, this is a really rough team for Nagase. There's two electrics that are faster than it. So I don't want to have to be forced to bring it. I'm gonna ban the Volcrane, so I don't have to, because Nagase is my only water. And my special Earth was banned out. I didn't really look at the type chart much here. Fires are kind of bad. It was more and more a PvE game. Yeah, it was a very rough PvP update. I'm gonna give it a week, see how it goes. So far, it's looking better than I thought at first, but I can't make any conclusions yet. Oh, we'll try the Vental. Free time, yeah, free time. The free time update was dumb. I mean, if you get lucky and get like a 5% spawn, and you just turn in 5 of those for a ton of rewards, it's easy. But anything past that is you're just never gonna do it. Not worth it. They should have kept showdown rewards increase pro. Hello, workman. Welcome. I have options against Lawali. You know, even Hasrat's not bad. I thought I had a worse matchup against Fires, but I don't think so. It's just kind of Chim and Nid that are rough. I just don't think I'm able to pick Naga, so I can ban Plat. You got the Oculus plushie on your Feather Daily store? Oh, that's great. I'll log on daily. They did not remove the rewards from free time, they changed how they work. So the last free time update before this patch changed it so that you only had to get or turn in 200 Tems for free Tem to get all the rewards. But now they split up free Tem into, it chooses 4 Tems every week for you to go out and catch. And then those Tems, based on their spawn rate, it asks you to get a certain amount of them. Ugh, this doesn't look great. And then if you turn in the requested amount, you get a certain amount of Pansons and Feathers. It's just, you can potentially end up with needing even more than 200, which makes it worse than it was before. I don't know if you'll play Temtem too much though. New Fall Guys creative update added so many things to build with. Yeah, you know, Fall Guys is really interesting. I played it way back when you had to pay for it, and it was super early on. It was still a very fun game to play with friends. I haven't played any of the creative stuff though. I'm sure it's really interesting. You paid for it too? Big sad. That's
That's right, there is a ton of attack invest in this. I think after 2 weeks, online could be 400. Certainly could be. Certainly. It's, I feel like a lot of people are going to play the new route, play the new layer, and then kind of drop again. But I've been surprised. You're not sure if it's possible, but 4x times 5 doesn't sound too bad. Seeing it was only 10 of... the amount of each species depends on its spawn rate. So if it was, you only need like 10 of them if it's a 10% spawn rate. If it's like a 50% spawn rate, you need like 60, and it gets absurd. Layer's too hard, free time's useless, PvP matches give 2,000 gold. I mean, they fixed the layer a little bit. It's quite a bit easier now. It's still not the easiest thing. I think it's interesting to have a more challenging thing, but the fact that it's sometimes straight up impossible, and that's what's bad. Free time is useless, but I haven't even been doing free time in ages. Ah, shoot, I need an energy drink on my nid so I can click... Now I can't click Narco. I guess Undermine actually does more than Unseen, so it's not too bad. You feel like Umbers are underwhelming, just the way that they look. I appreciate that there's an alternative to... Nice! Vental bulk buffs coming in clutch. I appreciate there's an alternative to Lumas, just in case you don't like how a Luma looks. I'd say that's the biggest thing about the Umbras for me. $35k for 4 Kinu, or 34k for 5 Kinus. Yeah, like when you get the low spawns and free time is super nice. Umbers could have been a bit more creative. Yeah, I'm a bit torn because it's just like, at what point is it not, or would you rather have the development time be elsewhere? Toxin shower. Gotcha. Target rep. That's fun. I'm not sure if there's enough things to really justify target rep on the team though. There's Gario and Hazrat, which is fun. Umbers have been the worst for a long time now. Doesn't mean they always had a plan or anything for them. Ugh, I'm shook. I should have clicked Narco. Fatologist really ain't doing anything for me. Like Cube, hello, welcome. Just trying out some of the new stuff on a team. This is, so far it's not fantastic. But I mean, this is literally the first match. Woo! Tireless Mashuk. Make a normal chat for the beginning of the game. What do you want from these developers? I appreciate the work that they do. I don't expect everything to be perfect. Gave this guy the least deserved win in Temtem history yesterday. That's it happens. Yeah, I mean, I was playing stall yesterday off stream, some exhaust stall. It's like I had really good setups, but I have no idea how to play an end game with stall. So I threw so many matches. I took multiple games to turn 25 only to lose by less than 10% health. It was kind of nuts. Ooh. Sacking health on the Hazrat here is not the play. With any no, I don't have. Watch me click refresh on Momo 3 times just to not one-shot stuff. I have no idea how to play that type of team. It was literally like my first time playing real, like, stall of any kind that's not Doom. But yeah, so I threw a lot of games. I got placed so low. I just didn't win like anything. It's just gonna be another target rep toxin. Nope, not a toxin shower. Oh, synergy lava wave. Gotcha. Yeah, I had 0 special attack invest on the Momo. I had full bulk. Not really sold on the Momo being on the team. Thought willpower drain shenanigans would be fun. Like, I didn't have psychosis on the Cowrin either because I had willpower drain instead. Sometimes it worked and it was really funny. Other times it just wasn't. Excuse me? Wait, does it wait, it still traps both? Oh, it does. I thought that was not how it worked anymore. All burn. Not what I needed. Without the burn, I probably could have finished off the Hazrat with a glass blade, but now I cannot. Fast charge is so bad now. Yeah, it looks like it's in a really rough spot. Do you do it +1? Good question. But it was much needed, so. Good, Hazrat stayed in. Any luck, Ragnik goes down here too. Hazrat was the only thing preventing me from winning this game. Oh, I was -1. I could have sharp leafed. No. I was like, my Ragnar's faster than my Nid, so I can't. Now I also pushed off my toxic. Big sad. Three-month sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Still working on getting the new emotes for you guys. Hyper aggro's so unfun. You don't mind it going down to the dumps. I don't know, I think we're gonna see a lot of stall this patch. If that's any more fun. Any good hyper aggro team just didn't run fast charge anyways. Yeah, there were a lot of hyper aggro teams that just ran like Oshiara, Platamus, Hazrat cores. How do you play stall now? I think it's just the same thing as last patch, except you're a bit bulkier now on sometimes. Like Magma bulk buff, Piranha bulk buff. Neither of them were huge, but both of them were already really solid. Agrofish took a hit. Not that much. Not Nature Quest didn't get hit real hard. Some of the other quests definitely did. Genuine Question seems so unfun. Stall is a mental doom spiral. I actually really enjoyed Stall when I played it yesterday. I just have no idea how to do it correctly. But it was a lot of fun. It's like an entirely different game. Oh, I was seized. My slingshot didn't even activate. I was like, slingshot value, woo! GG. Yay, promoted already. GG's. I think you had to keep the Hazrat alive to deal with the Chamurian and Yggdrasil late game. Other than that, you played really well. We know the best Tems for Koish Radar. I think you just like if you have an electric Chromion, Mimit, Sinner Typer, double Nature Quaish. Yeah, just really insane high damage turn 1 is what you want. Spec Inky also works. Meckledorft. It's a goofy name. Oh, speaking of double, there's Fast Charge and Chromion and ugh. Turn off animation so it goes faster too. Hold on, you've been playing too much Pokemon. Electromagnetism was pretty good. It's a fun move. I don't know if it got too much value there, but I did want to slow down the Hazrat for sure. You played good games. And Pride Seal does not skip animations. It actually takes the same amount of time. It just you don't see the animation. Click buttons faster? Really? I guess I haven't tried it. I was looking at Icefire's report. Temtem's the last game to complain about animations. Yeah, the animations are solid for sure. A little surprised by this pick. He's running out of options, like digi options. Like now that Chromion and Monko are gone, that's 2 of his microwavers, and Obi's much much weaker offensively. Except Seismon Shrek still can't get those boulders right. I think they got other priorities, but that is actually a good point. It's funny. Raiken's bulky and can be threatening. Kind of want to bring Vental just because Arcane Wrap. But we're going to try out Nagise, because we didn't get to do that yet. When Baby Tem's patch... there was a lot of Baby Tems in the 1.4.2. It's just... only a couple of them mattered. It'd be fun to do an LC tournament sometime, though. Reactive Vial. It's now the question of, is the Gazma going to click? Oh, you know, I think I always Electro Punch the Gazma and then CPG the Gazma. Or the Electro Punch the Arachnite. Because I'm not going to kill it in one hit anyways. And just in case he clicked Nimble to not be weak to the... CPG. Ragnar taking a hit there isn't great, but honestly I'm not going to use it a whole lot past this lead here. Whoo, Squishy Gazma. Is Narvile just the best gear in Arachnite? I've seen stuff like Sweatband previously at least. I mean, I think there's various good gears. I ran Old Nupar on it. I ran Res Badge. I've seen Bait a few times, which is a bit silly in my opinion. Is Arvile fixed now? Was it broken this patch? I guess I don't remember it being bugged. On Arachnite, the trait used to proc before Vile. Yeah, yep, that is fixed. I wondered if they were going to make that play. That's why I clicked E-Punch instead of Electromagnetism. Alright. I'm losing options, but so is he. So the question is, can I deal with Arachnite? I can definitely deal with Arachnite, because +1 speed. I don't think it ever outspeeds Nagise. Hello, Mr. Bossy. Good evening to you as well. You can kill my Ragnit, I don't really care much about it. He's not making any progress on killing my Chimerian, which is what's interesting. Maliro, hello, welcome. Raiken doesn't want to eat a Dust Vortex here. My goal is to get rid of Obi. So I can put Arachnite in a position that it'll die to a Beta Burst from Naga. Managed to beat the last layer with 3-man. Ooh, awesome. Actually, I did see that in Show Off. Yeah. Congrats. That must have been tough. Barely going down. Marbles value. I'm Savage Duplexing just in case it's like a max speed Arachnite and has T-Strike and one-shots me. Or it just doesn't die because the thing's got like 500 bulk invest. Arachnite buffs, woo! This should basically just be game. You guys can take a plague. It's a max special attack Wolfie though. Guess I don't expect anything less from a Digi aggro. So I forgot to update my win rate. There we go. One Prio Plague. Yeah, I know. It doesn't even have any other nature move. Like its only other offensive nature move is Sharp Leaf. Literally doesn't have any other options. Got both. Yeah, that's why I completed my placements, so I can get my daily rewards. And the queues are so quick, I can't even like make progress on this radar. They fixed Schweenshorn already. My guess is they're gonna fix as many things as they can, as they can in like a week or two, and then throw out a hotfix. But in current state, Schweenshorn is still not working. How about I... Evil Nidrasil. Kunders hates the Luma for the Orphil Nidrasil line. So that's why he got that one first. He just hates the Luma, so he probably hates that I... I remember when I was using my Orphil team, he always commented on how ugly it looked. So I'm sure he hates this one. I don't hate any of the Luma sprites. I know it's a common thing that people in Pokemon hate the green shinies, so I'm sure it kind of passes over to here. He doesn't have a whole lot to deal with Acronox immediately. How do you get Umbras? Yeah, it's just Umbra radars, which you buy with drops after you complete the new layer quest. You don't hate new Lumas, but Mooflink looks lazy and Malmis looks ugly. I mean, I still think Mooflink Luma looks good. I think something like Yowler Luma doesn't change enough to be great. Same as Valiar Luma. They're both just a bit disappointing, if anything. Oh look, should I pick my Nidrasil now? I mean, I just pick new stuff. The most part. Random side park like Lumas and Umbra radars when you sell other Lumas. No, the side park Umbra was full odds, 1 in 75,000. Like that was just nuts to see. I don't need to ban Hedgen because he didn't ban Naga. However, I'm running out of options to deal with his Oshiara. And my Raiken's quite a bit freed up. Yep, they're completely perfect. I don't think anyone's asked if they'll get new egg moves upon additions or not, but I have to assume that they do. It feels so bad if they don't. We got an Umbra in Side Park. Yeah, somebody was Luma hunting in Side Park and got an Umbra. Actually, I think they said they were training defense, or maybe that was just a normal Luma. I don't know. There's been like a few hundred show-off posts over the last week, or the last 3 days. Can't keep up with it all. Saw that post, it was normal Luma. Okay, so it was just somebody else was just hunting in Side Park and happened to get an Umbra. You got your Ockler, all you need? Yeah, I'm gonna get my Pookie and I'm probably gonna be satisfied for a while. He doesn't know I have wrenching massage on my scunch. Radars are quite boring, yeah. I think like next week a new anime season starts. New stuff to watch would be good. Less boring. Surprised the Ninja still swapped out there. It wasn't in danger of anything. Want to farm the Kaku for me? Ooh, squishy Acronox maybe? This might kill. Yeah, woo! I'm trapped, but like who cares? Not me. I mean, you look at the sting damage though, and it really didn't do that much more than a physical sting would. I'm not sure how impactful it's going to be. It's a nice little touch, but that's about where it ends. Y'all ever seen a kaleidoscope hedging? Or a generify hedging? I have. My Luma Acronox looks so good. As soon as Acronox's design is one of my favorites. I mean, it looks really... It just looks so cool. Oh, 1 health. Why? Oh, wow, and that killed. I mean, Scunch would have died to a microwave if I left it alive for another turn. I was trying to deal as much damage as possible, Kip. Because Haito would have done like 10%. This did 60. Ninjas should outspeed Hedgen. Why would I need to outspeed Hedgen though? Rush is on a hold now, like Cube. I'd love to rush so bad. I really would. Yeah. It was a really... I don't know. I'm not a fan of that change. But I understand it, and I'm not going to complain too much. All of Hedgen's moves are high prio, so now they're all low prio. Yowler shouldn't be able to do anything to Mine-a-Geis. So I'm gonna ignore it for now. I don't want to use Nagai's Fury right now, because if he sent in Venmet, that would be bad. Because I would kill the Venmet with the Fury, and then he could bring Hedgen back in and finish off Mine-a-Geis. Although the Plasma Beam was 2 health off from doing half, so I'd actually live another Plasma. It's just a question, does he have Harmful? What if Yowler Terrestrialized Fairy and Terra Blast Naga? It has to be Terrestrialized Poison, which isn't really a great combo. I know I resist fighting, but beyond that... Oh my goodness, he stayed in! The Psychopath! Can somebody confirm if New Deceit is infinite or not? I think I heard it was, but I don't know. Still 4 turns? Okay. He did swap out this time into Nid though. Still bad. It doesn't have a turn limit set on the move tip. Ah, why didn't I pay attention then? I was trying to make things happen sooner so that I wouldn't be forced into this. What kind of Luma is that? It is called an Umbra. They were just added this patch. Much harder to get than Lumas, but some of them look really sick. Zen Med Hedgen, that's fun. GG. I don't know, I wasn't counting turns, so I don't know if that's 4 or not. I feel like we were past 4. Even if I wasn't able to kill the Hedgen here, I had Acronox in the back, which would have won against Hedgen. Oh, GG's. Definitely an interesting game. Unedited plays. I mean, so far I like Unedited. It's really interesting. I haven't been able to do a whole lot of combos with it though. I figure out where we get the most use. Oh, like, do you want Deceit on a team full of like mid-range Tems with low prio moves, or do you still just want it on a team of fast Tems without prio? Because if I put Nagais on my hyper aggro team from last patch, it would allow stuff like Orphil to not get turbined, and Inky to not get sludge gifted. So it'd be really interesting in that way. Yeah, the other option is that it's going to be that it would be a team like I'm running right now, where it's pretty bulky, and just has. It's more like it was just slapped on there. I don't think this is how Nagais Nagais team is going to look. I think if you're running Nagais, you're mainly going to be running it with Chimerian and maybe one or two others, and it's kind of like a core. And then the other Tems are extra, just kind of type fill-ins that don't get harmed by having Nagais on the same field. Like I doubt we're gonna see Nagais and Volfi on the same team, because that would be really counterproductive. We might see Nagais with other forms of speed control. Because even if you have like a Turok that could Stoneball, I don't think, like, even if it would outspeed and kills like Nagais' partner, one speed drop would allow you to outspeed it, like most Turoks. Was I running Triphytologist and did it on my stall team by chance? I tried it day one, and then removed it the very next time I played the team. I played one match with a Triphytologist, and it felt bad. Or maybe it was like 2 or 3. I guess I... Was it bad? It's really hard to justify running Nid when it doesn't have the healing. Like, the healing and toxic and stamina sustained by just spamming spores is too much value. I was trying to figure out a team that's not stall that you can play this new Tem on, Gallios, and I didn't come up with anything. It's just I didn't. I don't. Like, I could run it unsuccessfully on something. I don't think... I don't know. Deluge... You could run it on Deluge, but I don't think it's going to be good on Deluge. It's just like an additional option. Like, I can almost freely pick Scunch into this, because most of them don't even run a turn 1 mental move. And if it's running Emanip, then I'm already ahead. I mean, sure, the Minotaur doesn't have a turn 1 mental either. Should probably pick up Acronox this game. It looks pretty solid. The opposing Scunch is the scariest thing for it. Gallios has done a great depress bot. I know, but I think Adoro still does that job better. It does pick it. Why? Adoro has depress. Well, you don't click depress. You click other moves. isn't Galio's job in the first place. I mean, like, yeah, Galio's job is to force attention onto it. Because if you don't attack Galio's, it'll nuke your team. But if you have something like a Sting Acronox with Cobweb right here, ta-da! Dead Tum. You ignore it for the rest of the game. I mean, sure, it can have... camo, but then if you're ignoring it for the first 2 turns of the game. Unignorable Tem like Gorong or Mooflank. Well, the thing is, you only need to hit it once before it dies. Oh, I get to ban something else? I'm gonna ban Volphy because that's one like the biggest counter to Chimerian. You know, yeah, you only need to hit it. I mean, it depends on what options you have to remove the Doom, but you really only need to knock off the Doom one time before it gets it off, and then ta-da. It doesn't die, and then you just leave it. Like, sure, it can swap out and swap back in, but like the tempo loss that your opponents or that you get from swapping it out and in is just too much. Plus, it's gonna be losing health gradually. If you're running it with no offense, if you're not running it full bulk, it's easy to kill. I don't really want either of these here. Probably a balance between bulk and offense. I don't know. I'm sure. I don't. It probably just needs more time before it sees its exact niche and use. Here's your drink Nidrasil. That's right. I meant to swap my Nidrasil for that too. Grease Galio, so he can't be trapped. I guess that's kind of a good plan. Like, I still have Rotten Goo and even Savage Suplex as options. Max Speed, Triphytologist, Nid. Play Ball is his turn 1. Probably got Transient. It might even kill now with base. Since I'm slow, he'll probably outspeed. Ah, barely killed. Barely. I mean, he doubled and I wouldn't have been able to do anything anyways, but I would have at least been able to avoid this exhaust, which would have been nice. Just hope he doesn't Toxic Ink the Acronox. Be a really good prediction if he does. He has some speed in that Gallios, because it shouldn't outspeed at base. Or maybe it does, actually. Phytologist hits through bait. That's interesting. I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, my problem here is I'm not running any wins on this team. Like, one wind and all of a sudden this Nidrasil just gets shut down. Gallios can't threaten out wins. I don't have that. Speed up the doom on enemies? Nope. It makes it sound like that, but you actually always lower the doom count on yourself, so it does not work like that. He did swap out the minnow. It's kind of weird. I guess he's aiming for a toxin shower now to outspeed and finish off my guys. I gotta hope I'm faster than the Platymus, which is doubtful. Seems like a pretty squishy Platymus. Oh, he just rotten good, yeah. He actually has a really nice team to counter. And the guys too. Oh, and they're wrenching missile. Yeah, I guess I did just swap it. Okay. Yeah, I got wrecked. I don't know what this team does against wins, but it beats me, that's for sure. My only chance is if he ignores, or if he swaps out Scunch now and I can get a prediction to kill Platymus. Scunch isn't electric. I mean, he's got Minnow, that's it, but like, you ban the Minnow. He doesn't have any wins of his own to resist wind. I forget what I banned, but... oh, he had a Garunder on his team. So it's like he's still got the really solid Toxic core that everyone's running. And then he's just kind of throwing Gallios on there for fun. I might... no. Is that any better? Now? I don't really know how to fix this. Sometimes the mic just acts up. Now it's good? Okay. I know Gallios outspeeds me. Pretty sure Scunch does too. Oh, he covered for the swap. Dang. I thought he'd go for the Acronox. Yeah. Definitely got outplayed this entire match. But even with such the huge matchup disadvantage, it wasn't. It looks bad, but it wasn't too bad. And this is also why Vental needs a priority move. It just can't do anything in these late game scenarios. Because my goal is to finish off Gallios with Chimerian. That turn. Because it at least has Glass Blade as priority, but I don't. That probably went to killed because it was resisted and still had 10% left. GG. Let's see. I mean, I could look at Blizzard items or Blizzard Temps to put on my team. Because Blizzard's a low prio wind move, and because I found out I needed wind, I guess. But like, what even learns Blizzard now? I know they took it away from most of the stuff, really. Ah, didn't change items again. Dylan. Oh, it's a Deluge Core. With only one Deluge user. Ukama and Oshiara learned Blizzard. That's, yeah. Doppelbrooch, Digicoish. Do you think there's that many Coishes around? Because I never see them. Sure, Chimerian Naga is gonna be crazy here. Yeah, you know, I might actually just die to a C-Spike. I know Naga's special defense is pretty good. But it doesn't mean it looks good. You know, maybe it's just that my team is really awful against Gallios. Because I have Mental Weak, Earth Weak, Earth Weak. It's basically resisted. It's basically just Naga. Gazmo, Waspin, Volgan, to Lawali. It was about the only one. I guess Whiplump technically, but yeah. Hello, Hazarov, welcome. I grew up with max HP, heavy armor, Naga, time to wake up. Not much to deal with it outside of Chim and Naga. Yeah, I just threw this team together, so kind of expected. Although it's funny, I'm running Ventil and I faced a one Tem that can actually completely wall it. Mix. You might even just double Chim here, but I mean, Chim would be nice to keep around after Shelllant. Yeah, maybe I swap in Nid here. Or even Ventil. Because Ventil isn't doing a whole lot. It's really not. He's got 3. This team's... You know, I was really hoping the matchup fishing would go away, but... I didn't even count how many Digiweeks this guy had. Hello, Maxwell. It's going pretty well. Had a better start to the day than we're having now, but we're still in this. You like the open info at the beginning? Yeah, it's super good. This my stall team? No, not at all. This is just what I had cooking yesterday. Yeah, I don't want to play my stall team on stream because I know it would bore like everyone watching. Maybe at some point if I like get it completely refined and genuinely think it's the best thing in the patch to run, I'll probably run it. This one's just me trying to experiment with Deceit and a few other things. I don't think it's gonna be great or good or yeah. Was this secret? No. I already mentioned it earlier. Not a secret. Just put Subway Surfers in the top corner of the screen. Yeah, no. I wonder if we'll see something crazy like a side Psy-Surge into the Zenith to wake it up. No. Prior refresh. It's just you show them Subway Surfers or Minecraft parkour. yeah, I can see the jokes for sure. I just see those videos pop up all the time in like YouTube. People just have something in the background while they talk. Oh, it is still 4 turns. It is still 4 turns. Man, that's so stupid. I think I just lose now. I was not paying attention to that at all. Because he just C-spikes my Nagai slot now, and I can't do anything about it. Yeah. Yeah, I need E-Drink on this Nid so bad. It just refreshes again, just in case it went to killed. What does this mix click? Horror. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Yeah. Oh. You're telling me there's a chance? I'm best of wanting his Mick. Well, I don't even know if this kills, honestly. Probably doesn't. Yeah. I don't have like any attack in this Ragnet. Plus mixed bulk buffs. Dang, I should have baited. I didn't know that would kill. That was a really squishy Aohi. He has to C-spikes my Naga here at least, which makes him OX. Good video. Man slapping everyone that passes by, but his Kremlin putting +2 on everything. Ah, it's a max special attack Pocus. Why? Why? I don't have allergic spread because I'm the worst trait. Max special attack. I haven't seen a max special attack Pocus outside of. I don't know the last time I saw a max special attack Pocus. I don't know if Toad runs one, But in general, Pocus is just a raid boss. It has been since the Rejuve buff. Toad ran max? Okay. I know he had full speed. I didn't know if he had some HP for slowdown or not. Think about 300 special attacks a little troll? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. GG. Yeah, that was a tough one. Losing Chim because I wasn't counting turns felt bad. But you know what playing Nagais has taught me more than anything today? Is how many Tems rely solely on priority. It is nuts. Like, we faced Zeno and Mix there. Lost 3 times and I won. Yeah, I don't know. My opponent wasn't making the best decisions, I don't think. But I don't know their spreads and options either. Like, if Mix had Denigrate or Surge, they could have used Prio when I had Deceit Aura up. They whiffed on the horror turn, which was good for me. You know, that's probably what it was. They probably had horror and weren't running another mental move. Maybe they had like hallucination. I know I ran that on my horror team for fun way back when. It was nice to have toxic coverage, and I just didn't have anything that was weak to toxic. Also, nowadays it applies double status to Gallios. Shoot, I gotta get out of this encounter really quick and then put E-Drink on my Nid before I forget. Even though it actually helped me last match because my opponent didn't expect me to swap. Okay. Energy drink. Now I can click Narco. Yeah, no, Slingshot, like, we tried it. Sad. It's just sad. I mean, it's more like you're comparing it with other items. Like, sure, you could run it on Chim for harder hitting Sharpleaf, but you could run Bait instead. You could be running it on Nid, but you could be running E-Drink or a stall item instead. You could run it on Saipat for stronger Ice Shuriken. And you not have to run Schween's Horn, but it's still bad. Because the Schweenhorn Nox Bomb is just insane value. I guess you'd probably run it on Fizz Inky for a stronger turn 1 when you don't have any neutrals. Even that feels bad. Umbra, please. Don't you want energy drink on Nidra? Yeah, that's what I have on it now. But I mean, not all stall sets run Narco Hit. I've seen Refreshing Diabolo on Nid before. I've seen Marbles. Let's see what I'm running on mine. Mine's running Coat. Yeah, I had cancel Q, that's why I'm talking about it, but thank you for the reminder. I'm running Coat on mine because the absurd amount of wins everywhere. And the 20% damage reduction doesn't have a time limiter on it, it's just permanent. It's super nice. Gives me a much better matchup into Turox. I don't know, the team still needs refining though. The way you have to play stall is just so weird. Problem is stuff like ultrasounds doesn't even outspeed most Tems with priority. The amount of invest I'd have to throw on like a Piranha for an ultrasound to outspeed a Volphy Plague is just too much. And outspeeding a Water Blade from Oshiara? Tough luck. Even outspeeding Cerbatios is significant, and it mostly just counteracts Fake Beard. But after they get Cerbatios and they know what they're up against, they just click Water Blade. And it's 2 stamina effective. So I don't know, maybe, I was hoping that Stamina Stall would be the way. Kind of abuse a lot of the turn 1 high cost moves, but I don't think I can make a full team around it. I'd still like to get more use out of backhanded Lawali, but it needs a turn 1 status move. It needs something. I think if it had Intimidation, that would also be good. It just... Not being able to get the heal or do anything turn 1 outside of a Shy Shield is... Why? Like... You have to get it in on swap, but its defenses aren't good enough to do that. It has a decent defensive type chart. Like, you can wall Turoks, Volphys, Oshiaras, and some other meta stuff, which is nice. But one of the toxics you want to prevent from, or one of the types you want to prevent from doing anything is being toxic. It still stays in and has super effective damage against you. Even if you get a tenderness off on a Garender, a Nox Bomb is still going to do darn close to half. Didn't help I faced like 2 or 3 Urushiol Platimuses yesterday. Like, Urushiol costs virtually no stamina. I can't kill Platimus real easy at all. Good luck. Good luck, Maliro. So I actually made this team yesterday because I wasn't able to follow up with the coaching that was requested from Maliro last patch. So I helped him out with making a team for the beginning of this one instead. That reminds me, I also added a channel point reward for... Did I? Maybe it didn't save. I tried to add a channel point reward. Oh no, there it is. It says new at the top. Or I will help your team build a team. So, if anyone wants to redeem that. I don't know what to call it specifically. It's I would build a team for you. Oh, I was too slow. I meant to ban the Gallios. I mean, Chimerian ban's not bad either. Multiple mentals. And if Raiken got banned out, it would have been kind of tough. Unless he changed it, I'm pretty sure this Gallios is running camo. But Grease honestly might be better. It prevents the handcuffs, it prevents Cobweb. And because the item prevents ally trapped as well, it's kind of cool. I'd imagine it's still camo, but it's interesting to consider after the matches ahead. No Scunch, huh? And I mean, Nid's pretty good. Maybe I should have banned out the Acronox instead, but I just hate dealing with Platimus. You know, Triple Earth really makes me want to not run Ragnit right now. And yet, my options are Ragnit or Riken. Neither one is good. Adrenaline shot. Oh, it's got Jinx Whisper is what it is. Create space, that's right. Alright, Acronox swap in. That makes sense. Hook's kind of greedy when there's an Acronox on the field. Soil's team probably just one-shots. No, it doesn't. Dang it, why do I have to face my own spreads? Hello, Blue Monster, welcome. Has the patch made a significant difference in the meta? So everyone's kind of in the experimental stage. There's been no outstanding, like, this is crazy good or this is much worse. I would have to say on paper it looks like there's going to be minimal change in the meta. Outside of things like Amphitheater, Amphitheater looks like the most likely to be added to the like meta teams. Everything else looks pretty similar so far. New Nagai's teams will have to be accounted for in some way. Tremurian will probably see a little bit more use over Tuvine, but that was already seen last patch. That's right, I had Jinx Whisper on it because the Jinx Whisper comes back every time. Adrenaline Shot. Alright, Adrenaline Shot comes back every time Gallios' trait procs, which is interesting. Double Hook, Mega Greedy. Maybe just for chip damage, because Sting kills. Didn't want to swap anything in. He would have also just killed his own Volcrane had I not done it. But I mean, Nid took 25%, and he has evasion this turn, so that's pretty fair. We'll just Toxic Ink to push it off. He doesn't really have any good swap-ins for Toxics in this case. I probably want to keep my Acronox alive because it's really good into Mega Ice and Ragnit in the back. So maybe sacking it here is not the play. I'll benefit slow learners like yourself to adapt at least. Yeah. Yeah, like this is one of the most fun times to play in the patch is the first week and a half or whatever. Because everyone else is just screwing around too. Just fought me a minute ago. Yeah, GG's. You're Dylan, right? I believe the name was familiar on the Discord. Yeah. That was a good match. I love the team. It was a that horror swap was really lucky. I swapped my Ninja Seal to energy drink that now. Yeah, if you just had a bit more stam on that mix, I think I would have been screwed. Big sharp leaf damage coming in. More stam on Pocus. Yeah, that probably would have helped as well. I know like, most Pocuses are run as a raid boss, so I'm not even sure what a good stand breakpoint on an offensive one would be. Could have won if you slowed down the Nid, just overly worried Spike wouldn't kill Ragnet. Oh. Well, I'm not sure if that would have made any sort of a difference, because your mix is still OX to death with the crystal spikes. You needed Emanip and Beta Burst to kill the Ragnet is what you needed. Because then Mix would have lived. Yes, Sting. But Acronox OX, so that's good for me. I never know, yeah. Jinx Whisper, that's a bit questionable. Not really sure what the plan was there. Maybe predicting a swap. I wasn't too afraid I'm not really afraid of anything this Gallios can do though. Gonna Denigrate and Frond Whip. Gallios doesn't have any normal prio mental moves. Denigrate's the worst thing it can do, but I should be faster. And Denigrate should finish it off. Dust Vortex will hurt, but getting this damage off is better. Want to make sure if the Acronox lives that it does way less. I guess I could have just clicked Undermine and hoped I killed. I still killed anyways. This covered swap's better. And the problem here is Tremorian completely walls both of these. I can just Frond Whip and one-shot Nagast next turn, so I'm actually using Deceit against him. Yeah, that Undermine did nothing. That's still barely killed. GG's. Your team seems to be going well, 5-1. Well, nope. Not fair, you're learning. I'm learning too. Yeah, everyone's kind of just experimenting with stuff, Belly, so it's more like you're pitting two experimental teams against each other. in every single match. So everyone is equally confused at what they're doing, more or less. You're enjoying Gallios? That's good. The grease on Gallios is really smart. I think that might be the play. Because of all the handcuffs and cobwebs everywhere. I have yet to see Valios do a whole lot in a match that any other Tem couldn't do, but it's not to say it can't. Alright. Rematch against Kunders. He's changed a couple members of his team. I see we got a Digiquash and even an Auhi on here now. And the Umbra, I'm not scared of Nid all that much though. But I don't have a win, so it is kind of threatening. He removed the Hedgen. I don't know. Can channel points be used for coaching through a solo layer? Knack in your case, or should bribe? You don't need to bribe me. I'm not like a layer master is the issue. I haven't done a whole lot of layers, and I've only attempted one solo layer, and it went horribly. I mean, I can give general tips for layers. Like, in general, you take offerings where you can get them, and you hope to get Tems. I'm not sure if they fixed it, but it seemed like you get Tems way less often now than you used to. Is this a squishy Auhi? I don't remember. Yeah, you take offerings because the Tems you get from offerings are level 100, and the stats you get from levels are actually way more than you probably would think they were. Yeah, right now you always take single boxes because they always give you a Tem, and that Tem is also level 100. And you don't ever take double boxes. Is essentially the way to go. But I think the thing with solo layers is they don't reset until you complete it. So maybe you just have a rough seed. I'm not really sure. Single layers were fixed. It fixed so that they reset every time. I know that they sent out a fix. I have no idea what the fix did. Resets every time. New DA more broken than the old DA? Do I think it's more balanced? And you asked earlier if I like it. I definitely like New DA. New DA can benefit a lot more off of speed control. And I think it's really nice to punish all the people who just spam prio all the time, and yet there's plenty of counterplay to it. I think it's a fun and interesting mechanic now. He stayed in. Please don't click matter teleport. Okay. think they could easily remove the turn limit as well now. I think they could as well. But I understand that it's kind of difficult. Handcuffs nid. Interesting. It's like if you don't have any of the counters to Naga on your team, though, it can completely run you through. Oh, bulky Aohi. I'll trade Scunch for Aohi any day. He's got Narco. Wake up. He's got Oshi on the Owler then. Ah, he's got bait. That sucks. I can't like high to it, or I'm gonna OX if I use Venom Spray or whatever. I don't really need Acronox for anything else. I guess I kind of want Scunch to deal with Acronox later, but it seems like I just don't have enough speed on my team at all. 207 must just not be a good breakpoint. Tech is hilarious. I've seen it before. It's interesting. I don't think it's real consistent or great or anything. Kind of hope Acronox dies here, giving Yowler the comebacker boost, so maybe I can. Being OX and sitting on the field's not good for me here. Oh no, I'm evading. Yeah, shoot. Alright. He always swaps Yowler for Acronox here. Always. Definitely Torment. Definitely could. Definitely could. What do I need here? He's streaming too? Oh, that's fun. He just wakes up my Acronox and makes it OX. And then probably Toxin Showers. Yeah, that. Kind of an interesting spot now. Because he can just bring in Aohi and then... He can't really just... Yeah. So he's opting to kill my Nid. Yeah. Ah, I should have stung me Owler. That would have been a lot better. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I almost wish the gears would reveal every time that the Tem comes on the field. Because I forget when they come back. Or maybe, no, I don't know. Did it even reveal? Am I just blind? Not used to seeing that? That's really good damage. I didn't have a great way of killing that thing, so I'm glad I got the Haito off. Cool, now I bring in Ventil. And I double the Equinox slot. Hey. I would have beta bursted the Owler if I knew you were going to ignore me. Oh, well, I should know my speed tiers better. Because I still could have baited here. It wouldn't have even killed. That's a really bulky Yowler. I mean, most are, but you never know. That's crazy. It's a fast Quaish too. And he does have Oshi. Yeah, that's game. I had to hope he didn't have Oshi. I don't think I won anyways though. The late Torment doing half of my Ventil's health is just tragic. But getting outsped by like everything sucked too. It's not like I'm slow. Like 200 isn't slow. I don't know how much speed he has in that Quaish. It's an interesting team. GG's. I feel like it's just... I don't know. I feel like that loses to like every meta team. But it probably is fun to experiment with. Once again, it was another team that was really weak to wind. It's like everyone's taking advantage of the fact that there's not a whole lot of players running the Tolkien Turok teams at the moment. Or even 2 Vine. I judge the impact on Nid that match. I mean I think Nid did quite a bit because I didn't have any wins to pressure it with, or fires for that matter. You're still running Tolkien Turok? Yeah, I mean both are still really good, and I mean I feel like both of them would destroy that team. I guess he had Whiplump and Oshiara, neither of which he picked, and kind of deal with that. Yes, that's why people are probably running Amphitheater, because Amphitheater can threaten Platimus, Oshiara, Tolkien, and Turok. And it doesn't straight up lose to Volfi. But it still just gets wrecked by Toxic, so I don't know. I feel like we're still gonna end up in the same meta, but we can enjoy the fun stuff while while it's all everyone else is running too. Oh come on. Disbanding Oshiara because then there's only one water, so Hazrat no longer has Lava Wave synergy. It's pretty solid here. Managed to spread that. Riken goes after the neutrals. No, I decided against that. Decided I want more bulk on the neutrals. And the Tolkien, so I'm not required to bring a Geist and a Whirl in a match against an Inky and a Golsey and a Hazrat. I don't know, I mean, the Geist doesn't even seem that bad here. I think I'll try it. We'll go with Ventil too. I want to say Ventil can even live a T-Strike from Inky. Drill Wolfie. Why'd you even run Drill when it's revealed now? Rip Scunch's Stam, that's for sure. Oh, it's an aerobic Vola, not what I was expecting. That could be an issue. I need to deal with that, like, immediately. I guess it was a faster based team, so I should have acknowledged that. Luckily Riken's counter is gone now. My special attackers can't do a whole lot. I mean, Ventil can. Ventil can deal with Vola. Kind of what I'm reduced to. Hazrat coming in. Makes sense. I think I can live the tornado, but I don't think I live anything after. Yeah. I think the drill, like Sentinel, is one of those things that's extremely valuable against teams that rely on those strategies, so even in open info they're good. Maybe. Oh, it doesn't quite do half. Eat up. I mean, I've got Acronox in the back. If I just take out everything that's not Hazrat, then I just win. Martial Strike. Outspeeding my ninja. I mean, it's fair, it's fair. Mental's nice. Looks like Quetzal and Beta. This thing goes down, and then Acronox can deal with both the two remaining. Or I just get the kill on Inky here, yeah. Venomous Claws is an interesting choice, for sure. I guess he realizes he has to save stamina. Wow, that doesn't even kill. Please, I hope this does. Yeah, alright. Now I have Prio Denigrate to deal with the Shell-Ant. Should be plenty. Like, my Vent will outspeed max speed Hazrat, so I'm not worried. Yeah, and that was a squishier Shell-Ant, because it has so much speed. Which I figured out earlier when it outsped my Scunch. It's actually a slower Hazrat too, because I outsped it. Alright. He just wants to see now if it would kill my Vental, but it doesn't. GG. Alright. Debating on taking a break. Streaming for 2.5 hours now, got 8 games in. The weekly quest done already. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call the stream here. I might do some like theory crafting later tonight off stream and finish up this radar. But I'm getting a little burnt on just streaming today. I'll be back tomorrow though, for sure. If I can be, I suppose. Is Kundra still streaming? Because we'll go and raid him if he is. Alright. Let me just grab the code for this quick. Post it on the side. All right. New DA. U1XK9. There we go. We got a new code on the side. So anyone who wants to can go ahead and use the code. I mean, there's changes you can make here and there. Try stuff out. Never heard of copy paste. I never think you can copy something in here because I always think you have to highlight it, but in here it's kind of interesting. Well, yes, thank you all so much for stopping by. Kunj is another high-rank PvP player. It looks like he's also experimenting with teams. I'm sure some of y'all are watching him and me at the same time. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.